Welcome friends to this video. We're going to be learning how to draw the muscles from the lateral view. In the past video, I've done the front and the posterior view, and in future videos, I'll do more of the 3/4 view and others. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on those. Now, what we have here on the right is the reference of what we're going to be drawing, and on the left, we have the skeleton, which I made in the past video, so I'll link that in the description if you need help with the skeleton. Now that we have the skeleton, we can go ahead and start drawing the muscles. I'll start with the trapezius, and that comes right down the back of the ribs, back of the neck and the ribs. And then it curves over and connects with the scapula. And then we won't see much else of the trapezius from this angle. I'll also add in the sternocleidomastoid, which is a neck muscle right here that connects from the temple down to the clavicle. Then we can do the deltoid, which is kind of a rounded triangle. It connects here at the humerus and goes around the shoulder. And now we have the deltoid. We can do the arm muscles. So let's start with the tricep. That's the one in the back of the arm. And then the bicep is on the front of the arm that have a curve, the muscle belly to them. Then we have the muscle in the center, the brachialis. It kind of divides those two in half. Now to the forearm, we can do the muscles on the back of the hand, which are the extensors, and they go all the way down into the phalanges. Then we have the brachioradialis, which connects into the thumb. Now that we have the arm, let's go ahead and do the torso. We'll start at the pectoralis. It begins at the clavicle and goes down the sternum and the ribs. It goes to just under the nipple, which is about 1 head length underneath the head, and then curves up and goes back to underneath the deltoid, back to the humerus. We can continue going down the ribs here for the abdomen, and it curves and connects all the way down to the pelvis. Then we'll slightly see the abdomen here from the side view, so let's go ahead and draw that there. We can also draw in some of the different abs here. Now let's do the Latissimus dorsi on the back of our ribs, and it curves down the ribs and curves in and back and connects into the pelvis. Then it goes up the back and curves in and connects back into the humerus. Now we can do the serratus, which is in between the pectoralis and the Latissimus dorsi, and this does kind of a stair-step jag down the ribs to about 3/4 of the bottom of the ribs and attaches to them. And it sits in between the obliques, which the obliques will attach down here to the hips. And then you'll see some muscle fibers as it connects in here with the serratus and attaches into the ribs. Now that we have the torso, we can go and do the hips. So the Gluteus Maximus curves around the tailbone and connects into the femur. Then we have the Gluteus Medius, which helps the Gluteus Maximus, and it connects to the femur. And then we have the Tensor Fasciae Latae, which turns into the IT band, which is a fascia that connects all the way down to the tibia, right along the side of the leg. Now that we have the hip, we can go ahead and do the legs. We have the quads in the front and the hamstrings in the back. We'll see 2 quad muscles. First, we'll have the Vastus lateralis, which is a thin muscle here in the front of the femur. And then we'll have the Rectus femoris that connects here to the knee. And now we have a couple muscles in the hamstrings. We have the short head of the bicep femoris. And we have the long head of the bicep femoris. Now we'll start at the lower leg, and we'll do the first muscle, the Fibularis longus, which covers the fibula bone. And then we have a couple muscles in front of that. First is the Extensor Digitorum, which is a thin muscle. And then we have the Tibialis anterior right in front of that. And the Extensor Digitorum connects into the toes, and the Tibialis anterior connects to the other side of the foot. Then we have a couple muscles in the calves. We have the Soleus, which is a thin muscle right there along the backside. And then we also have the Gastrocnemius, or the calf muscles. All right, and let's see how it looks after we hide the skeleton. There we go. That is what our figure looks like with all the muscles attached. Hopefully you learned something. Let me know if you have any questions or even suggestions on videos. I'm creating new ones every single week. I'll be working through different angles, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on those. I can't wait to share them with you, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.